What's up, guys? Welcome back to Military Insider. The Trump administration pulls visas for 50 Mexican officials in an effort to crush drug cartels. You want to know who they are? Today we're going to find out. But before we do that, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and thank you so much for your support. Let's jump right into it. The Trump admin pulls visas for 50 Mexican officials in effort to crush drug cartels report. The Trump administration has taken zero tolerance approach to drug trafficking, and several suspected drug boats en route to the U.S. have been struck. Let's watch this real quick. This was today on Fox News.
U.S. Armed Forces carrying out a fourth successful strike on a drug boat off the coast of Venezuela. The president posting on Truth Social that the boat had enough drugs to kill 25 to 50,000 people. This comes after the U.S. conducted 3 previous strikes last month.
We're going to get into it right after this video, because you're probably asking why, if he blew up a boat coming from Venezuela, has anything to do with Mexico and the 50 visas that he revoked. Stay with me, okay?
Let's bring in cartel expert Katrina Schultz. Katrina, what do you make of this fourth strike now? Clearly, the Trump administration has designated many of these cartels as FTOs, foreign terrorist organizations, like Sinaloa, like New Jalisco. And of course, in Venezuela, we have seen under the dictator there, Nicolas Maduro, a direct connection to these narco terrorists.
So, initially, when President Donald Trump and this administration designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations,
he designated all those organizations as terrorist organizations. That's why they are cracking them down left and right.
In January, I was under the impression, like many, that the focus would be on Mexico.
That's the key point right there. Everybody thought the focus was going to be on Mexico, but you need to remember the Trump administration has a lot of warships and boats and military near the vicinity of Venezuela.
On the Sinaloa cartel, the Jalisco New Generation cartel. But what we're actually seeing is the focus is very much concentrated in Venezuela. And it checks out because Cartel de los Soles is allegedly led by Nicolas Maduro. Tren de Aragua has been a problem for the United States for quite a while at this point. And so this focus has been very concentrated in Venezuela, and particularly on these boats that the administration is saying are narco trafficking vessels. There is a bit of contention with this, as typically we don't really see large numbers of individuals on these marine trafficking.
What she's trying to say here is pretty much the United States are kind of concentrating more on Venezuela than on Mexico. And I kind of understand why, because I think they're trying to put Nicolas Maduro's regime down. And then that's why they've been blowing up this boat left and right. But let's read the report real quick. The Trump administration has revoked visas of at least 50 politicians and government officials in Mexico as part of its crackdown against drug cartels and their suspected political allies, according to Reuters. The politicians and officials are members of the country's ruling Morena party, headed by Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum, along with dozens from other parties, 2 Mexican officials told the outlet. Their names haven't been publicly confirmed, but at least 4 officials have acknowledged losing visas, including Baja California Governor Marina del Pilar Avila, who has denied any links to organized crime. State Department officials did not confirm the report, but say that visas can be revoked for a variety of reasons that violate U.S. law and other activities that run contrary to American national interest. The officials emphasized that visas are a privilege, not a right. The official told Fox News Digital that Trump administration has had good working relationship with the Sheinbaum government and looks forward to continue to advance its bilateral relationship in support of the America First foreign policy agenda. The Trump administration has taken zero tolerance approach to drug trafficking, a key presidential campaign promise, and several suspected drug boats on their way to the U.S. have been struck by the U.S. military, many of which were alleged to have come from Venezuela. This is the last part right here. It says, last month, the Trump administration revoked the U.S. visa of Colombian President Gustavo Petro over what officials call reckless and incendiary actions in New York City after he took part in a demonstration against Israel and its Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. So pretty much the United States are kind of concentrating more in Venezuela, but at the same time, they are working together to crack down these drug cartels. And I assume they think Mexico could be linked in any type of way. So that's one of the reasons he started revoking visas from Colombia, Mexico, and all those South America countries. But if you remember well, early this year, he let me pull it up real quick. Trump admin reveals list of cartels and gangs to be designated terrorist organizations. These are the organizations that the Trump administration designated as terrorist groups. A foreign terrorist designation expands the government ability to crack down on criminal groups operating in the U.S. That's why he started cracking down the drug cartels and revoking visas from all over the South America region. The Trump administration sent a list over half a dozen drug cartels to Congress last week that it plans to designate as foreign terrorist organizations. This was early this year in February. So let's take a look here. The list sent to Congress includes the international Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, which everybody knows is run by Nicolas Maduro's, Spanish for from Aragua, that has ties to the socialist dictator Nicolas Maduro and has been terrorizing U.S. cities in recent months. That's why they are hunting them down in the open sea. All the groups included in the Trump administration list are the Salvadoran gang, Mara Salvatrucha, also known as MS-13, as well as several Mexican cartels, including the Sinaloa, Jalisco, Zetas, the Gulf Cartels, Cartel Unidos, and La Nueva Familia Michoacana. Let's take a look here. It says this comes after President Donald Trump signed an executive orders on his first day in office to direct the State Department and other executive agencies to move to designate cartels and other criminal groups as foreign terrorist organizations. You need to understand too that Secretary Rubio is also part of these that being cracking down these organizations. The orders specifically mentioned Tren de Aragua, which also known as TDA, as well MS-13 as group needing to be designated as terror organization. It gave Secretary of State Marco Rubio 14 days to make policy recommendation in consultation with the Secretaries of the Treasury and Homeland Security, as well as the U.S. Attorney General and Director of National Intelligence. So pretty much what they're saying here, they're going to keep cracking down these boats coming from South America, most likely Venezuela, since they have a lot of military boats off the coast of Venezuela, but also they are looking into Mexico as well. They're trying to shut down any type of operation from South America to the United States, and I think they've been cracking them down, and I think they will continue to do so. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe. It really helped the channel out. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one.